Damn, I look good. Okay. Damn, why do I look good? I feel like my aura is like shining through the camera right now. Anyways, this is going to be the next video diary, I guess. Well, yeah, let's do that. Today is December 3rd, I believe, and we're almost gonna go into a new year. And I think in the last video we were talking about deciding what we want and writing it down so that we could start to make plans towards those things, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still in that phase. But I am already like slowly starting to move forward. I think I'm still mentally trying to get to a place to where I can be disciplined and on top of my shit. But I'm not right now. Right now, I'm really at peace and I'm enjoying my peace. I do feel this sense of like something is coming, something that I have to prepare for, that I have to energetically prepare for. I feel like winter's about to hit, right? So I have to store all this food and find shelter and prepare for this winter. But in this case, right, the winter is not a bad thing. The winter is a very good thing. The winter is when I get everything I want. Like this is just how what I feel is coming for me, right? It's like me getting everything I've asked for, everything being completely fulfilled, which will come with its own weight, I guess, and transformation, because it's something that I'm gonna have to get used to, because I'm used to living in a in survival mode. I'm used to constantly feeling like I'm in lack, and I'm finally reaching this point of satisfaction, but I'm going at a pace that I feel comfortable with. But I was literally just thinking about how I really want to do mushrooms again and kind of speed up the pace a little bit. Love you too. Bye. Okay. My aunt just left. Damn, I look good. But yeah, I was just saying how shrooms would definitely speed up the process. And I think since the last video that I made, I did do shrooms, and it gave me a lot of clarity about what I wanted to do. It kind of changed my mindset. I don't fully know how to explain how it did, but it made me also, like, I guess, treat my familial, like, relationships different. Like, I energetically put down this, like, wall, and I feel like on both parts, like, both I and my family can, like, feel that, and so my relationship has been better with them, and I felt more comfortable to talk to my mom and tell her, like, how she really makes me feel and how I'm grateful for her, but a lot of the comments that she makes pushes me further away. But yeah, anyways. I like straight off. That's just like a big part of like getting my life together, because she was like the source of my biggest stress. She like makes me feel guilty for just being myself and doing what I want to do with my life. Her her drinking is like really distracting me. Hold on. So now that I had that talk with my mom and we've kind of reached a certain level of understanding, not that, you know, our relationship is going to be perfect from here on, but like she's now aware of the problems that I have and I'm aware of the problems that she has, and I was able to reassure her, told her to trust me to get my life together. And I think now she is, or she's just letting me learn on my own. I got cut off. I was getting an allowance every month, and my mom cut me off because I'm out of college, so I don't need it anymore, apparently. Completely understandable. I cried about it, but I was grateful because it's the push that I need to do the things that I know that I need to do to get me the stability and independence that I'm seeking. Um, and that like comes from me within myself and the work that I put in. So it's just giving me that push to put in the work. And that's why I'm making this video right now. So yeah, so like I feel a lot freer. If that was like a huge weight that lifted off of my shoulders, because now I don't necessarily feel like I owe anybody anything, or like I don't feel like I have to match their expectations now because they're not like maintaining me as much as they were. I have more independence. Not entirely because I don't live alone, but you know, I have to take care of myself. And so, yeah, this is me doing that. And I'm trying to maintain this sense of balance. Um, and I'm trying to have grace for myself because every day I have a different sense of capacity. Um, I keep saying, I'm so sorry. And I'm not gonna cut them out either. But, anyways, every day I have a different capacity, and I'm going to honor that, and I'm gonna try to do little steps or big steps depending on how I feel. As long as I'm continuing to move forward, I think I want to do a video a day. Shouldn't be hard. I just have to actually do it. Um, I started doing my mom's social media. It isn't hard. I just actually have to do it, have to maintain that consistency. And then I'll be able to reach a more stable income just off of that, I'm sure. And yeah, I have to lay off my vices. I've been drinking a lot of coffee, and kind of my eating habits have not been very healthy. And I think that's the next thing that I want to improve. Excuse me. And yeah, I really want to get to this point where I feel like I have all my shit together, I'm doing the things that I need to do, and I have extra time and energy to go hang out with my friends and do really cool stuff. That's how I want to feel. So I think I'm gonna spend the rest of this night kind of figuring out how I'm going to do that, how I'm gonna go about that. Maybe you should do the same. But yeah, even though I'm not necessarily that far from where I was in the last video, like physically, like my reality still sort of looks the same, but I feel incredibly different. My relationships feel incredibly different. Life feels a little bit easier. And it's all energetic. I think I just healed certain things and certain wounds that were making my life more miserable than it needed to be. I'm more satisfied with where I'm at, and now I just want to utilize my resources. I think that's the biggest thing, is look at what I have around me, make it take form. There's a quote that says that, and I'm trying to remember the exact way that it put it. Oh, I think you have everything you need, make it take form, or something like that. And so that's what I'm doing. I recognize that I have everything that I need, and now I'm just making it take form. Like, For the longest time, I prayed to have a best friend, somebody that I really resonated with, that I could, have fun with, do crafty things with, do music with, smoke with, do mushrooms with, do everything with. And there's this girl that I've known for over a year now, but it took us a really long time to be closer. And I always felt like deep down, like we are meant to be in each other's lives. Like we are meant to be close. This is the coolest girl I've ever met. Like she is meant to be a huge part of my life. But we were both in like different stages and different vibrations and going through our own things. So we didn't fully align until July of this year, which was already over a year since I had met her in the first place. And ever since then, like she is my best friend. She is my soulmate. I could even say that. Like she gets me. And I think I can like live without a man because I have her. And she like being friends with her has just made me realize like being single is so fun, and having sisterly friendships is so healing and fun again and cool. Especially like from like I've been a loner for the longest time, and she has a similar um background with that. And so being this close with somebody is just very new to me, and I think is very new to her as well. And it's just like I don't know, it's just so perfect. It's and I had to like make it take form. I've been friends with her for a while, but I had to be the one to kind of extend myself and set up hangouts. And um I also like I'm I allowed myself to be vulnerable in front of her, and she was able to be vulnerable with me, and we like got closer from having those deep conversations that we hadn't had with other people. And so yeah, like if I hadn't let my guard down and if I hadn't extended myself, that friendship would have never taken form. And so that's just an example of like how we're meant to utilize what we already have and change our lives with it. You already have friendships or people that really care about you. Just like water those relationships, help those relationships grow. They're at a certain phase and they can be deeper. We can be closer with everybody that we have in our lives. And that'll help us feel less alone also. Like if we feel alone, it's because we're kind of choosing that reality. That's something that I've learned. There are people who would probably love to be there for you and love to be a part of your life, but for whatever reason, maybe they're not meeting any maybe a certain criteria that you had, or this idea that you had for what a friend should be like for you. And so yeah, so that's why you're choosing solitude, and have grace for that as well. But what I'm trying to say is that like if you're feeling alone, like there's definitely people who would be happy to hear from you and to hang out with you. You just have to be the one to extend yourself. And if you want to reach a level of closeness, you have to kind of be the one to initiate that. And yeah, so that's with your relationships, right? And so when it pertains to like your life, I guess for me, I have had like music equipment for recording since I was 17. I'm 23 now. I'm going to be 24 this month. And I'm just going to fucking drink this. It's been there. So I've had this equipment for years. And I didn't start doing anything with it until this year. I started recording my songs. And I started releasing my songs. And what I want to work on this month, I want to share with you guys, share with my future self, is I want to release my second album. I had said this year I was going to release 2 albums and 2 singles. I've already done 3 of those things. I released my album Raw. I released my single Just Holds Me Back and my single All My Light. Cross off the list. That I just need to take a moment to feel proud of myself for that. Because, yeah, let me pat myself on the back. Because I had no freaking support. My family, they don't believe in me. Like, they think my dreams are just, like, wishful thinking. My dad tells me that I'm looking for an oasis. And I'm looking for an easy way out. And anyways, it's just like negativity, and I wholeheartedly believe that I can get famous and rich off of my music, off of my videos, off of just anything I create, off of just being myself. And they don't believe me. And so I'm doing it. I'm proving them wrong. I chose this. I chose that family dynamic before I was even born because it was going to be the exact fuel that I needed to do this. And deep down, I know that. And I guess that's why I was able to make this happen. I released an album and 2 singles, and I am going to release a second album before the end of the year. And so, yeah, anyways, I did that shit. And I'm gonna continue doing that shit. I'm gonna utilize my tools, make the most of what God has already given me. And God has given me a gift. I guess my biggest gift is my voice, but it's like kind of deeper than that. Because I think of it like chakras. We all have we have like one chakra that's the strongest. That's like, like feeding into everything else. And for me, I feel that it's my heart chakra, especially because I have this like mole here. I have a friend who I think it's her third eye, but the heart chakra is right here, and so it's feeding into the solar plexus and the throat chakra. Excuse me. I think I have a little bit more trouble with the solar plexus, which is action, but it definitely feeds my throat chakra. And so the way that I express myself, I think, is my biggest gift. And the heart that is behind it, which is why I think I have a voice that kind of like draws people in. I don't think it's just my words, even though I think the way I put things like is perfect. You know. but but it's more so the way that I say these things and the belief that is behind it, the confidence that is behind in the way that I say these things. That's what makes it perfect, because the way, like, the words that I use is nowhere near perfect. My language is very broken. I'm constantly saying there's all these awkward pauses and giggles and all this stuff, right? If I was in front of professionals and other like really smart people, they would not think that I'm smart, but I know I am, and I know people still listen to me because it's all coming from here. And so yeah, I need to utilize that gift because God gave me that gift for a reason. God is telling me that shit is gonna make me rich, and I need to put myself out there, and I'm not. I don't know why I'm in such a laughing mood, but I am, and yeah. Anyways, so that's what I'm gonna be working on. I'm getting my life together. I'm gonna start posting consistently. I'm officially declaring that. It is December 3rd. I started this video diary thing, I think, in October. Has it really been? No way it's been a whole month. I need to double check that. Actually, I could check that on my phone right now. Let me see. Pew pew pew. Let's see. My head hurts. Hurry up. Why can't it work? I think it has been a month. Alright, let me see. This is the 16 views. October 28th. Dude, I waited a whole fucking month to do this. That's so funny. Maybe I should just make it a monthly thing. But initially, this was supposed to be a weekly thing. And it's so funny because I'm still in the same place since the last one, and a whole month has passed by. That should give you a good view of what I have to deal with every single day. Like, I'm constantly feeling that weight of the fact that I am not like moving. But I am moving. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I am doing things, but it's more like mental than anything else. Everything else is stagnant. Because I can only focus on one thing at a time. And that's just something that I had to tell my mom. It's like, you want me to do things on your time, but my brain does not work the way that yours does. It's just like, there's so much I have to like tackle within myself every single day. And so I'm not making excuses, but it's more like I'm learning to have grace for myself, because the way I drag my feet, I pull myself out of bed, there was this quote that I saw, and it was basically saying, like, just the fact that you got yourself out of bed and you moved to the couch, that's a huge step. And actually, I don't know if it was a quote. I think JD on YouTube said that. I don't remember where I read that or heard that, but yeah, anyways. So, we're here a whole month later, and I'm feeling great. I'm looking fine, and my true focus is myself. I met this really, really cute guy, like really, really cute guy, and he's so interesting. He's so interesting because I can't stop thinking about him. I only talked to this dude for maybe 10 minutes at most, and then we had to separate ways. But he was just so interesting and beautiful, very beautiful. And I'm bored. Like, I don't want to talk. I wish things can move forward without me having to like text him and like make that extra effort and have it progress. And like, it's just, I don't want to. I want to focus on myself. I want my day to be fully my day, and I just want to like meet this dude. Should I just ask him to hang out? But like, I shouldn't. I'm a girl. I shouldn't have to do that, you know. I don't even know why I'm talking to you about this. But I guess I bring him up because that's just like a huge, like, that shows my level of growth. Because I'm not hopping on that dick already. I'm sorry to be vulgar, but you know, like, I'm actually just like okay with being single and being on my own, and possibly taking things slow, if that's even something that's gonna progress, because I don't know. And yeah, that's just like, that's a huge move. I I texted my freaking ex. I texted him since I made that last video diary, which was October 28th. And I sent him a little text trying to, you know, get him to like talk in person. Didn't work out. So I recently sent him a really long message, but saying bye. And that, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, things had to end this way and shit happened, and But I still wish him the best and no hard feelings. And, you know, he may be too afraid to, like, officially close his door and face me head on. Cool. I'm not afraid to close his door and just leave things be the way that they are. Um, that's a huge step for me. And like, I'm talking about this and it's kind of unbelievable because like I really believe this. Like this, like I really feel this way. I'm I'm done. I have no expectations for my life other than just amazing things, just abundance, love, and happiness. That's the expectation that I have for my life because that's what the universe promises. And so I'm gonna stop focusing on the things that I don't have and I'm gonna focus on the things that I do. Right now I have myself. I have my friend Alexa, my best friend Alexa. Super awesome that I could say that. I have my other best friend Robert. I have my other friend. She's not my best friend yet, but she will be. I know that. Her name is Kenna. And I have my other friends who are there for me and who need me and who deserve my time. And I was over here for so long, like wallowing and crying over this stupid ass hoe of a dude. And it was just such a waste of time. I'm so done with wasting time. I'm not saying I'm done with love because I know I'm not, and I just excuse me. I want that to progress on its own. It's not something that I'm going to be worrying about anymore. It's just something that I know is going to happen for me, and it's going to naturally, you know, align on its own. So in the meantime, I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. This is a huge thing for me. That's what I have learned over the last month. Yeah, I do want to make these more often. I don't know if it'll be video diaries, but I do want to talk to you guys more. I just need to sit down and actually do it. So, yep, that's the thing that I'm working on. I'm telling my future self, I'm telling you guys, and that's what's gonna happen. Uh, so, anyways, this video had no destination. I turned it on and I let it rip. And so, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this. I hope you learned something from that. um, yeah, I love you. Enjoy the ride. Don't take life too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Just, you know, make your life look and work perfectly for you and nobody else. Yeah, love you. Bye.